Shalom. Call Halar Yahweh Shemiel Washai, Bahashim Kodash, double honors to the apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutation to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Salakia. Brother slash elder, shalom and salutations to you all. Real quick, I saw this and this caught my eye. How soon will IDF attack Gaza? This is after the so-called ceasefire. So I'm going to make it real quick. We'll watch a little bit of that, but first let's get peace and safety. Where is it? And everybody knows this. First Thessalonians 5:3 in the NLT. When people are saying ceasefire, Salakia, everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. To understand this, the way we're about to see it is this: sudden disaster, rusheth, fall upon them. Okay? So the world right now is under this false impression that somehow there's peace in the Middle East, right? That phrase, peace in the Middle East. Right? First of all, there is no Middle East. Second of all, ain't no goddamn peace. All right? There's a little hostage exchange going. As soon as they get their people back and that's over, they're going right back to war. Okay? That was the plan. Get the hostages back and bomb the shit. With that, what peace? We don't even have to go back here. When they say peace and safety, what does that mean? Hey, give the hostages back, then we really gonna unload on you. Got no more reason to hold back. When you understand how there's stories coming out, the little little boy kisses, right? He kissed the
honest of 1 to 10, how would you rate your
there you go. Fuck yeah. Salakia Israeli hostage kisses Hamas. Why? Because they were treated so well. There's stories about, well, here come the bombs, and the Hamas caretakers are throwing mattresses on top of the Israeli hostage to keep them alive. Their lives, that's their bargaining chip. As long as they keep them alive, they have, something to bargain with. Now that's being taken away during this hostage exchange. You know what's going to happen. Let's see, let's get the shortest one here. Israeli hostage kisses heads of Hamas members during release. Why? They took such good care of them, right? He knows. He knows. Look at it. He's all happy. Is this Stockholm Syndrome? This motherfucker's going home. He was well taken care of. They did everything they could to take care of that devil. You understand? And he made it through that whole ordeal, whatever. And so that's a thing, right? But why? Okay, the shoe's on the other foot. The people over there being cold tortured, right? Doesn't matter if they make it home or not. Their lives are completely expendable. But this is You know, this is to the point. All right. So anyway, how soon will IDF attack Gaza? There is no peace and safety. Let's watch a little bit of this. See what they say. Judge Naps. Come on, Judge. Get to it.
Continuous genocide in A. Well,
Let's hear the question.
What is your take on the events in Tel Aviv today?
well, there's too much to say in 30 minutes, but I'm actually.
How does every mother-loving vehicle not...
He's going to say, I'm happy that they stopped fighting for a minute, but how long will it take for the decapitation strikes to happen?
Just after 2 years of continuous genocide and what we witnessed, I'm actually stunned that it may be coming to an end, but I've become cynical. We witnessed several pauses over this period, and I think this may just be another pause between wars. I think that it's very fair to say, though, that this, and it's what I've been saying on your show, on our live streams at the Gray Zone for the past 2 years, is that this could have all been stopped with one phone call. And finally, the phone call arrived, and the will from the Trump administration came as Trump became obsessed with his legacy and obsessed with obtaining the Nobel Prize. And he provided instructions to Steve Witkoff and sent his son-in-law from seemingly out of the wilderness, who has a clear stake in some real estate in the neighborhood, to make this deal happen. And the U.S. finally demonstrated some flexibility in forcing both sides to get to a yes without having all terms immediately agreed upon. But the reality is that Hamas had always been flexible, and this isn't just me saying that. This is a veteran Israeli peace processor from the sort of liberal peace camp who had emerged as a back channel in 2024 between the various factions, Hamas, the U.S., Israel. His name is Gershon Vaskin.
Let's stop it right there. And I want to go to Scott Ritter because he tells a different story. Scott says that the Israelis got their asses kicked and they had to stop. They had to make these deals because they ain't got nothing
Scott,
left.
on a point that not many people are talking about in terms of why Israel and why there is this ceasefire plan being implemented right now in Gaza. Just before this happened, Scott, Israeli media has noted this, and they've said that parties, opposition parties, and figures like Lieberman, Golan, Naftali Bennett, and others have been meeting to topple the government. And I know you, Scott, have talked about Netanyahu's predicament as well as Israel's overall. How about we start with why this ceasefire, why this peace plan has been implemented, and what people might be missing about it as the first phase begins?
Well, first of all, it's a plan that's long overdue. Netanyahu has...
See how everybody has the tendency to say, well, finally, we should have did that. No, nigga, you just conducted a fucking genocide, and now it's all good. We're back on track. No, hell no. So how can you move forward? Ain't no moving forward. Oh, well, let's forget about the genocide that just happened. Everybody's happy now. No, nobody's happy. You got your people back. Let's get right back to this war. All right. They're slapping Trump and Netanyahu are trying to slap a Band-Aid on the fucking genocide that just happened so that you can get what you wanted. See? Oh, well, hey, let's stop fighting. Everybody's happy now. No, what about the genocide?
Held on to this conflict because it's in his political best interest to hold on to this conflict. He is in dire political straits on the domestic front. He has he leads a coalition which is not, doesn't have peace in its DNA. Let's put it that way.
Let's put it, that's all. Did you hear what he just said? Peace and safety. Right now they're saying peace and safety. Hey, wave the white flag. What does that mean? That means tomorrow, nigga.
Political straits on the domestic front.
Listen, right here.
He has he leads a coalition which is not, doesn't have peace in its DNA. Let's put it that way.
Doesn't have peace in its DNA. So what is that? It's a lie. Oh, well, the war's over. That's a lie, right? Peace and safety, guys. Peace and safety. What does that mean? It means sudden destruction.
He has he leads a coalition which is not, doesn't have peace in its DNA. Let's.
One more. But war was in his heart. Here's your peace and safety. We'll end it on this Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth are smoother than butter. Hey, two-state solution. Okay, finally, let's just do this. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I like this. I like how soon after, when did this happen? How soon after this false ceasefire, this white flag bullshit, will IDF attack Gaza? They already did, really. Let's see. IDF breaks. Sure, we could do this with Hamas too. Breaks ceasefire. CA. '57. Israel and Hamas reached ceasefire. News about ceasefire. Who broke it? See, they're pushing this. Hostage release underway. That's what they want everybody to believe. Israelis start war in West Bank just a day after. See? How soon? Here, let's answer the question.
If you frequently need to go to times at night, this can be used as a meal replacement.
Just looking into this real quick. A big deal. Israelis starting war in the West Bank. Not in Gaza, but on the west. In the West Bank. They're not stopping. So there is no peace in the Middle East. This is all bullshit. They're fighting over there. Stealing land. After the so-called this is yesterday, so what did they say this fake peace agreement started? Alright, that's all we need on there. Look at this. Yeah, it's over. Right. Peace and safety. Right? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Psalm 55 and 21. In the King James. With that, I mean, we're headed towards World War III. No war is coming. More war with each hour that passes. With that, we hope you like our edified brothers and sisters. Shalom.